Hey, I'm Tom with Pro Tool Reviews, and I'm going to take you through a quick look at some of Makita's latest and greatest tools. Let's dig in. So, as I scroll down here, it looks like Makita has a new XGT 40-volt oscillating multi-tool. So, really, Makita's really excited about their XGT line, and it looks like they're expanding it in quite a few different directions. So what tools you've maybe become accustomed in their 18-volt lineup, now you're going to start seeing their 40-volt, and here's their oscillating tool. We just did a really big roundup of all the latest multi-tools on the market, and this tool was not in there. I'm sure it will be included in our next one. So go ahead and catch our roundup that we did recently, and we'll probably be reviewing this one too really soon. As far as specs on this, it looks like it has Starlock, Starlock Max and Starlock Plus compatible. So looks like any of the types of varieties of Starlock will work with this tool. It has a 3.6 degree oscillation angle. It's pretty good. Speeds are what normally we've come to get accustomed to, between 10,000 to 20,000 oscillations per minute. One thing that Makita has done amazingly well is the vibration, the felt vibration is so minimal in their tool, as if the tool is suspended inside of the housing. It's incredible to actually use this when I compare it to other tools, at least their 18-volt model, and I'm sure the 40-volt is going to be just the same. It does have a length of about 12 inches, it says, and it has a top-mounted on-off sliding switch. So it looks like it's pretty much what you've been accustomed to if you're on the 18-volt platform. This is just the bigger battery. So really nice tool, low vibration, something you should really look at. Let's see here. Popping over to Acme where they sell this. You can get this for $259. There's the bare tool there. Here's a picture of it there, and a little, it looks like using it for undercutting trim, some sort of project outside, and and sanding. So incredibly versatile tool, definitely something you want to have in your tool collection. Let's see, also adding to woodworking tools, we have a belt sander. So we have a 40-volt max XGT 3-inch by 21-inch belt sander. It has a forward handle, the rear handle. Looks like the battery loads on the top. And let's see here, max speed is 1,540 feet per minute, so pretty quick. It is a variable speed dial on there too, so it has a trigger and also is variable speed. Looks like it also has a auto tracking belt system, so it'll be self-centering. So when you load a new belt on, it'll track and make sure you maintain that belt in the center. And variable speed dial. Trigger lock on, so that's nice. You can just lock the trigger on and eliminate or minimize your fatigue if you're using this for a long session. And also an adjustable front handle, which can be adjusted to several different angles. So that's another thing, you know, is depending on, are you sanding the floor maybe along, if you're finishing flooring, you're sanding along the baseboard versus if you're standing at a bench height. You're going to want to adjust that handle slightly so that you get the most comfort as you're using that. And we skip over here to Acme Tools. This is available as a bare tool for $319. So $319, pretty nice setup here. Let's see. Yeah, so we can angle that handle backwards 30 degrees, zero vertical, or we can tilt it forward 60 degrees. So we get quite a range of motion on that forward handle. I do like that feature, actually. That's something that gets me excited. Also, it is AWS compatible, so if you're combining this with a vacuum system, dust collection, that it will kick on your vacuum cleaner if you're using the AWS capable system. So it's nice that that's integrated into the tool as well. Minimize the dust on projects. So definitely looks like a nice tool, pretty substantial in size. See it used here in a variety of different applications. It looks like some roof supports here, sanding those. Yeah, working on, it looks like almost a restoration type project. So yeah, looks like a real nice tool. $319 as a bare tool. And this is one that I saw from World of Concrete. I've seen a lot of videos already online and a lot of buzz about this. And this is the Makita 40-volt XGT 16-gauge rebar tying tool. So no more manually tying up rebar. Here's a tool that just does it for you. Just get it close, and close is close enough, and it will take that rebar and tie it together and twist it properly to code. This guy uses 16 gauge wire, creates, they claim, a 65% stronger tie. So tighten that rebar together. It's going to be 65% tighter and also 30% faster. So don't care how good you are at tying rebar, this is going to be faster than you. And also it has a nice deep jaw, so you can actually support larger size rebar as well. So if you are doing a lot of rebar setting, this is definitely something you're going to want to look at. It will do 3,600 ties per charge, and that's actually with a smaller size battery. That's only a 2.5 amp hour battery. So that's quite a few ties actually. And per reel, as you can see here, spot where you load in a wire reel, it can make up to 245 reels per wire reel. Now, pricing isn't out yet on this, and it's not in stores quite yet, but expect to see this sometime soon. You can click back and check back at Acme Tools, and when it is available, I'm sure you'll know about it. But there is a lot of buzz online, and it has been popping up in a lot of my feeds. A lot of people are really excited about this, as we are too, and hopefully we get to get one in to try it out. Makita's XDefense tool management system. So this is something new here. This really isn't a tool per se, but I think it's still worth looking at. This was announced at World of Concrete. And what this does is actually helps you add a second layer of security to your 40 volt XGT tools from theft. What you do is you use a computer, you set a pin code that uploads to an adapter, and then you pair it to the battery and the tool. The tool will only work with the battery or batteries that you paired with the same pin code. So think of this as a way to have on-site battery control, where it's going to go, who's using the tool, and making sure if batteries do happen to walk off site that they won't be any good for anyone else. These batteries are locked to the tool. Looks like you can manage it from your tool crib however you like, assign a gang box full of tools for a job site or assign them to each crew member. It's all up to you and how you want to do this. No matter how you decide to work with XDefense, the data is yours. So this is something that you control, and it maybe might help with theft and maybe things growing legs and walking away. So I do like that, having had in the past theft on my job sites and having had tools disappear. Anytime I can see some kind of security built into what you're trying to do on a job site, I think it's a good idea. So it's going to work with all 40 volt XGT batteries and tools. Again, it pairs specific batteries and tools together, and you can pair things however you like. And no data is transmitted back to Makita, so it's yours. Again, this is to be announced. This is new technology that Makita is putting together, so stay on the lookout for this. It's something that's going to be coming to a Acme Tools near you. This is another cool tool. If you notice a trend here, Makita is really pushing their XGT line, and particularly in your more commercial, industrial, heavy industrial areas. So it's not things that you're necessarily going to see in person at your local Home Depot or Lowe's, but if you're in an industry where you're going to be able to utilize a tool like this, I think it's something you should consider. In particular, this one. This is the 3/8 of an inch metal hole puncher. So if you need to do certain types of fastening or punch holes in certain types of metal, here's a way to do that without having to drill. What this says is it delivers up to 25% faster speeds compared to the previous version, which was an 18 volt base tool. So we get a little bit more speed because it's 40 volt base now. This tool can cut through metal plate up to 3/8 of an inch thick and stainless up to 1/4 inch thick. Makita tells us it delivers hole punching speeds in as little as 3.8 seconds. So that's pretty fast. You probably can't drill that fast. When a punch is complete, the punch stop mechanism automatically retracts the die, leading to less downtime. Finally, this version hole puncher brings over convenience features like a drill style handle, auxiliary handle, rubberized soft grip, and an onboard LED light. This tool does go for, it's not inexpensive, but convenience pays. It's about $3,000. Let's see what we have on this. Nope, I don't have anything on that online yet, but that's all right. So should be able to pick this up now or at some point over Acme Tools. And when I saw this next tool, I was got a little excited. I have a similar corded version from some time ago, and the idea of being able to use a braking hammer without having any power source other than the batteries is actually fantastic. So many times when we're doing demolition work, it's always going to be an inconvenient place, and here's a way to get there without having to worry about power. This is a 80 volt breaker hammer, so it's using two 40 volt max batteries, and let's see here, it's delivering 53.7 foot-pounds of impact energy at an impact rate of 870 beats per minute. So as compared to the corded model, this model delivers 70% faster braking actually. So if you were on the corded model, this one's actually faster. So for anyone out there that's a naysayer on cordless power tools, here's another example of how powerful cordless tools have become, and now how portable it really is. So now we can go in places where we couldn't get to easy before. Also, what's nice in this is it has a reduced vibration compared to the corded model, 30% less vibration. Dual lighting, it has onboard lighting, and as a kit, what it looks like is $2,600 with 2 amp hour batteries, or for $3,100 you get 4 8 amp hour batteries. So I'm guessing the 4 amp hour batteries for that little bit more is probably well worth it to keep you up and running if it's something that you have to keep production up. So definitely fantastic tool there, and really excited to actually see this. I'm sure they just saw that at World of Concrete when they were out there. Make sure you watch that video. And now again, here expanding out the 40 volt line is a ConnectX 1500 watt hour portable power supply. Let's see. So what this is compatible with is select products in the ConnectX platform. There is separate adapters available for compatibility with other 40 volt tools, XGT, and also 18 volt X2 tools as well. So that would be the 36 volt LTX tools. Exact runtimes are going to vary from product to product, obviously, as we're dealing with different battery platforms and things like that. But the previous version was only 1200 watts, and this one now is 1500 watt hours. So longer run times we're looking at with this model, and it can run a backpack blower, for example, for an hour and a half. With the previous model, let's see. No, with the previous model, so my bad. So the old model at 1200 watts will give you about an hour and a half. With this new model, 1500 watts, watt hours gives you 2 hours of trigger time with your backpack blower. So that's a half hour more runtime is significant. It is definitely more time to get more work done. And it charges fully in 450 minutes using an AT power supply, which is sold separately. This retails for $1,600, and it will mount directly to select products or the backpack harness. And again, it's compatible with a number of different systems, including the ConnectX, the 40 volt max XGT, and also the 18 volt by 2 LTX systems. So if you're on that platform, here is an upgrade that will give you a little bit more trigger time for sure. Talking about backpacks, here's a backpack blower. This is a new ConnectX backpack blower. As you can see in the picture here, you can see the power pack on the backpack. You get runtime of up to 2 hours. This does give 24 newtons of force. Air volume is 696 CFM, so plenty of air volume to actually move leaves and debris around your yards and clean up as you're cleaning up. Variable speed trigger on this lets you kind of feather out and hold back a little bit if you need to as well. And this, as a bare tool without the power pack, goes for $769. So $769 there. And let's see, we have all right, 18 volt. So we're switching gears a little bit, going from the 40 volt back to the 18 volt. If you're on the 18 volt line, here is a articulating pole saw that can adjust from 6 to 9 feet in length, giving you a reach up to 14 feet. The brushless motor integrated in the tool gives you up to 500 cuts per charge, and that's through, according to this, 2x2 seater. So just to kind of give you an idea, so 500 cuts through 2x2 seater using a single 5 amp hour 18 volt battery. This is sold as a bare tool only, $199. And what you can do is articulate the head on this from different positions. Let's see if we got this up here. So here it is. And it is a complete tool, so you don't need any other accessories added to this. You get the articulating head, an extension pole, and then the handle where the battery goes at the base of the tool. So actually looks like a pretty good value actually for $199. But again, that is bare tool, no batteries or chargers included. Yeah, 13, 14 foot reach. With a battery, you're looking at about 10.1 pounds. Without a battery, 7.6. So 10 pounds is not bad for a pole saw. And let's see here, some features as far as what you can do with it. You have extendable, let's see, extendable shaft, so we can extend it. Toolless chain tightening, so you don't need a tool to tighten the chain on it. 120-degree articulation in the head. Tons of cuts, 500 cuts, and also lightweight. So really like the fact that it is lightweight. So lightweight, and I'm sorry, actually that was 7.6 pounds with the battery, not 10 pounds, 7.6 pounds with the battery. So yeah, it actually is pretty lightweight. So definitely something you might want to look at if you're looking for a pole saw, give you a little bit different options than some of the other things on the market, and also pretty good reach. So $199 for that. And last tool in my lineup today is the Makita 18-volt LTX quick shift 4-speed impact driver. So what we have here is something that's similar to the previous generation, some small changes. And what we did, the biggest thing was we moved from the front of the tool to the back of the handle, all the controls. So we have 4 speeds. We have a max speed of 3,600 RPM, max impact rate of 3,800 impacts per minute. We have an assist mode, which I've actually initially didn't really care for on a lot of tools, but I've come to enjoy using because it really does help get screws started. It also helps with minimizing cam out of the bits. So that assist mode has actually been quite helpful once I learned how it actually works. It does have a tightening mode for faster tightening as well. And what's cool too is it has an LED ring on the front, which you can see here in the image. So you get nice even illumination around your work piece as you're working on something. No shadows, minimize the shadows. Tool is pretty lightweight and comes in at $234. So here it is. That is a bare tool, so that is not a kit. Bare tool. On the back of the tool, you have this little control panel. So you have your hammer modes, and then you have your speed mode. So you have and also your assist mode. So depending on what you're trying to do and what type of fasteners you're working with, you can kind of dial in this tool for exactly what you're looking for. So there you have it. There's a quick overview of the latest and greatest Makita tools. I am curious, what do you think about what you saw today? Do you use Makita in your toolbox and your projects? Do you like the 18 volt versus the 40 volt? What's your thoughts on the 40 volt? Drop me a comment below. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, do that so you don't miss out on any of these videos. And as always, thanks for watching.